Hey, what's up?
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race.
Anybody else just tired of everything that's going on? Just me?
Hey daddies, it's me, the Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it as you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bird, and this is the Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for being here. I took last night's off. Fucking depressing, dude. All the shit that's going on, all the stuff that's happening. It's just depressing. I've heard reports that people, just regular people. So I watched a video last night. About this guy impersonating a cop, and he went way above and beyond, like impersonating a cop. He was a convicted felon. He was carrying a gun. He had all the stuff in an unmarked police car, red and blue lights. He trespassed some people. It was just so crazy, the stuff he did. So that got me thinking back to the reports that that people are impersonating ICE officers and using that ICE officer impersonation to fucking do horrible things to women, basically. And I remember hearing a story about it. So last night I asked AI, I said, are there any confirmed reports of people acting like ICE to abduct women or sexually assault women or whatever? And this is what ICE returned. Florida in April of 2025. I remember hearing about this one. A woman named LaTrance Battle was arrested for posing as an ICE agent and kidnapping her ex-boyfriend's wife. Battle, wearing an ICE shirt and using a handheld radio, convinced the victim to get into her car. The victim, who was in the process of becoming a U.S. resident, became suspicious and was able to escape and call the police. North Carolina, 2025. A man was charged with impersonating an officer and sexual assault after threatening an immigrant woman with deportation if she did not comply. A separate incident involved a man allegedly posing as an officer who kidnapped and raped another woman. Maryland, 2025. A man was arrested for raping a Latino woman after approaching her in a parking lot, flashing a fake badge and telling her to get in his car or he would have her deported. New York, 2025. A man impersonating an ICE agent reportedly assaulted and attempted to rape a woman, then stole her purse and phone. California, 2025, July. An illegal immigrant was charged with conspiracy and making false statements for faking a kidnapping, which she blamed on ICE agents. So there's one fake out of this, and then there's 1, 2, the North Carolina's 3, 4, and that's 5 total, and one. But even the faking part of it is part of a bigger problem of ICE agents not fucking identifying. I just watched a video. I don't know if I pulled this video up. Hold on. I don't think I did, but I can just scroll back up to it. I want this video, so let's do copy. Duplicate. We'll put this video here for later. I haven't had a chance to watch this, but I want to watch it. Hold on. Give me just a second. We'll get there. Right here.
2.
All of these, even the fake one, is a symptom of this. Okay? Is a U.S. citizen in, I think, Trenton, New Jersey. She's not doing anything illegal. There are people with guns just hanging out in rental cars. And she's asking them, are you police officers? Are you law enforcement? Will you identify yourself? Who the fuck are these guys with just fucking guns and rental cars from, the reason I say rental cars is because I know they are, but 2, They're like out-of-state plates. They're not law enforcement plates. They're not marked cars. They're not in uniform. They're not showing badges. Just watch.
Here are a group of 1, 2, 3 men, unmarked cars, and law enforcement must ID themselves, so let's go ahead and ask. Hello, are you law enforcement? Are you law enforcement? Are you Immigration Customs Enforcement? You're not gonna answer? Are you law enforcement? We see guns and this is not an open carry state, so you're some kind of law enforcement and we need to know if you're Immigration Customs Enforcement. Are you Immigration Customs Enforcement? If you're law enforcement, you have to. So we just looked at this woman's ID and it says Homeland Security Investigation.
So finally someone comes up with a vest and their face mask, but their vest says police on the front and back, and then their actual badge says Homeland Security Investigations. But even she, who apparently is their supervisor or something, because she seems to be given the direction, and she's the one in the vest and the one with the badge, even she won't identify herself.
So we're just going to get everyone's license plates here. Oh, okay, great. I just want to get them live because they refuse to ID themselves. And this woman right here, it says Homeland Security Investigations. So again, getting licenses. Oh, Florida, interesting.
I mean, the least they should be required to do is say, yes, we're law enforcement. Maybe they don't want to tell you that they're ICE because you'll warn somebody and they'll run away. And the least they could do is say, yes, we're law enforcement, and show some type of identification that says I'm licensed. I mean, people could still fake it, right? People could buy fake badges or fake paperwork or whatever. But that's the least they could do, right?
All right, and then we can take a look at these cars here. And so, Maryland.
And again, no one anywhere on either side is trying to protect criminal illegal aliens. Murderers, rapists, drug dealers, whatever. They should be deported.
Whole bunch of different cars here. And so this woman says Homeland Security Investigations on the front of her badge, even though it says police. And the guy in front. So none of them wanted to ID themselves here, but just trying to find out what car they're walking to, and we're going to try to get that car. Again, we're not interfering, but
again, they could be anybody. Like I said, I just watched a video. It was on Facebook, or I would have probably shared the link, but it was a guy who his own wife thought he was a cop. They'd been married for like 2 years. He was actually a convicted felon, had been arrested for calling in a bomb threat in D.C. He was on one call, fire. He was working this weird security contract for Salvation Army or something, and there was like a fire in the parking lot. Another cop pulled up and asked him, and he pretended to be a police officer. Then he tried to show up at a 7-Eleven down the street, like a couple blocks down the road from where he was working security, and tried to be backup for a real cop. Then got involved in a third incident. He was trespassing people. Got involved in a third incident where he found a homeless guy sleeping in his car and tried to buy drugs off of him. And is like, I know you're the guy that can get me something if I need it, right? I'm gonna be the head of the narcotics division here. Then had a fourth altercation with running with cops before they finally realized that he was a fake cop.
we are following these people. And we want to make sure that we know who these people are, or at least make people aware. Here, we can see her badge here. Ma'am, can I see your badge? Can I have your name? Are you Immigration Customs Enforcement? I see it says Homeland Security on your badge. Are you Immigration Customs Enforcement, ma'am?
You're probably right, because this other guy has something response team, I think, on his vest.
So, here we go. This is the license plate. So they come from all these different states here, and they're keeping their horns. So,
yeah, his something says migra. La migra? Is that immigration?
yeah,
Chinga la migra?
this is what we got right now. They're all leaving. You can see all the cars. I think we got all the license plates from different states. Maryland, Florida.
I think they're just running rental cars, but still.
What the facts are is they wouldn't ID themselves, and the female wearing green that we saw had a badge that said Homeland Security Investigations, so that we know. You can see all the different kinds of cars here.
I mean, how are we allowing this? They're just standing around with guns. You don't know if that's actual immigration or if it's any fucking body else pretending to be immigration.
What is the street?
West State Street.
West State Street in Trenton? West State Street in Trenton. Here are a group of 1, 2, 3 3 men, unmarked cars, and law enforcement must ID themselves, so let's go ahead and ask. Hello, are you law enforcement? Are you law enforcement? Are you Immigration Customs Enforcement? You're not gonna answer? Are you law enforcement? We see guns and this is not an open carry state. So you're some kind of law enforcement and we need to know if you're Immigration Customs Enforcement. Are you
I don't understand. Then we have this other video. Watch this video, okay? And we're going to watch it from the very start. This is, I don't think this is the Chicago shooting that everybody's thinking of, because they actually arrest this woman. And in the first Chicago vehicle shooting incident, the woman actually gets away and calls an ambulance herself. But it's very similar. And they ram her off the road. I get it, she's following them. I get it, they don't want to be followed. But you can't just ram a fucking car off the road because it's following you, even if you're a cop. Watch this. You have to watch from the very start. I've got it slowed down to normal speed. You have to watch from the very start, because it's the first thing that happens is they ram into her car. And again, they're going to say they were boxed in, they were attacked, they got rammed. That doesn't look like that's what's happening. All right, they were in this lane. She was in that lane. Now they're in her lane and they hit her. Like, I guarantee you they're going to claim they were rammed. The ICE agents, their vehicle was rammed. Does it seem that way? Then they pull forward and block her in. Someone starts yelling, hit and run, that's a hit and run, that's a hit and run, and then they decide to stop.
Hit and run! That's a hit and run! Hit and run! Hit and run! Yeah. Look, hey, watch out with that weapon! That weapon!
Now she's already got a gun out. First thing, gun's out.
Yo, watch out! What's wrong with you?
Pointing at the driver.
You hit her! Yo! What's wrong? You hit her! You hit her! You guys hit her! You guys hit her! What's wrong with y'all? Y'all hit her? Y'all bust a whole U-turn in the middle of the street! Y'all hit her!
Nobody wants to work for us, and the people they are hiring seem to be the bottom of the barrel.
Y'all on camera!
They've sent me so many goddamn emails. I'm getting tired of opening up Gmail. To join us.
No, she did shit. She ain't even do shit. She trying to go to work. She's trying to go to work. What the fuck? No, what?
Now they hit her. They're dragging her out of her car.
For real.
Look at it.
No heart. No heart.
Stop! Get off!
Crazy.
Get off!
She's a female.
Get off of her right now!
You guys hit her.
By the way, even with these green shirts, khaki pants, and vests, anybody can buy this stuff.
How you guys getting arrested?
Get off!
You guys hit her. Man, how y'all getting arrested, man? Y'all bogus as fuck. You hit her. You guys hit her.
It does look like they hit her. Like, there might be more video of this. It does look like they hit her.
Right there.
Not only does it look like they hit her, it looks like they came completely after a different lane and just pulled the fucking wheel hard and hit her.
Don't get your issue. Keep fucking around in Chicago. Keep fucking around in Chicago.
And then we have people in the comments like, this is what I voted for. Pray for those officers. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Let's look at the Sheldon White.
Here are a group of
Shit's insane.
Hey, baby girl, you good. Don't worry about it. What's your name? Stop resisting. Don't worry about it. We need the information, bro. Ah, bogus as fuck.
They don't identify who they are, what they're doing, what the arrests are. There's journalists there. There's people asking questions. They literally just take her off the street and she's gone now.
They just gonna leave her
How fucking insane, dude. Oh, I want to see this.
If the screenshot that Candace posted is fake of that group chat that Charlie Kirk was in, why don't the people that she name dropped just sue her?
I think it's a real screenshot. I don't know what this is. Prayers to her future man. Oh, I guess it's just some girl they're calling a slut. I just don't. Like, imagine your wife just gets snatched up by some men and you have no idea where she went, who she is. She's not in the police department. The police can't tell you what happened. Nobody identified themselves. There were witnesses there, but they're like, it was just some guys in some way too tight T-shirts and some cargo pants, and they just disappeared. I don't know. It's crazy. So the White House is sharing polls like this. 78% of Americans support deporting criminal illegal aliens. Now, there's going to be people that argue like, oh, well, as soon as they cross the border, they're criminals. Really? Well, then why would they have to say criminal illegal aliens? Why would they have to add illegal? %56% of registered voters support deporting all illegal aliens. And a whopping 78% support deporting criminal aliens. I don't think anybody doesn't support. Like, I guess it depends on the scale of the crime. Like, if you tell me you're just deporting somebody for running a stop sign, I'd be like, well, that's kind of crazy. They've been here 10 years and never committed a crime. They run a stop sign, or they were in a fender bender. Like, but if you're telling me they're drug dealers or thieves, or they're doing burglary or rape or any of those, I'd be like, okay, they kind of fucked up their chance, right? They were here, they kind of fucked that up. Insane, dude. You guys remember we saw Pam Bondi basically not answering any questions and then just yelling at people? She literally had a cheat sheet for how not to answer and how not to answer questions. Check this clip out.
Let's look at the Sheldon White House page of Pam's burn book. It says, if he brings up Epstein, she should ask, quote, did you take money from Reid Hoffman?
Wow, her nails. It does look like a big toe, though.
Yeah.
If she brings up Epstein, you say, did you take money from Reid Hoffman?
It says, if he brings up Epstein, she should ask, quote,
by the way,
did you take money?
She needs a cheat sheet for this.
Wow, her nails. It does look like a big toe, though.
Yeah.
Now, if you missed that look to the burn book, don't worry. She does it again.
How many of those
Watch, when she's asked a question.
Treasury SARS did you or Director Patel investigate?
How many of those, or did you or Director Patel investigate?
How many of those Treasury SARS did you or Director Patel investigate?
How many Treasury czars did you or Director Patel investigate? Now watch how long she takes to read through her notes to see if I got any dirt on this guy.
Senator, I'm not sure if you're concerned because you took money, I believe, did you, from Reid Hoffman?
Am I the only one here who does not have a clue who Reid Hoffman is?
Yes, he's a very well-known venture capitalist and investor and entrepreneur in Silicon Valley. He's a big Democratic donor.
Was he an Epstein guy?
No.
Oh, could he just
I'm sure
sue?
Madam
pay money?
Epstein was around a lot among technology people. Lots
Right.
of. I mean, I saw him at a party once from a distance.
You're on the list.
I know.
I thought she was.
Pretty insane, right? That she had this. How do I not? If they mention this, I'm not going to answer it. And here's what I'm going to come back with. What the fuck? Why is she making a book like that? I don't know. I think it's crazy.
The Sheldon White House page of Pam's burn book. It says, if he brings up Epstein, she should ask, quote, did you take money from Reid Hoffman?
Wow, her nails.
It does look like a big toe, though.
Yeah.
Now, if you missed that look to the burn book, don't worry. She does it again.
How many of those Treasury SARs did you or Director Patel investigate?
Senator, I'm not sure if you're concerned because you took money, I believe, did you, from Reid Hoffman?
Am I the only one here who does not have a clue who Reid Hoffman is?
Yes.
Here's another one. It says, you claim to be a social justice warrior, but you're a member of a something. You rail against dark money, but you work with dark money groups. You talk about corruption, but you push for legislation that would something. You are a total hypocrite. Attorney General Penn Bondi apparently was unable to memorize the clapback. You're a total hypocrite. Epstein, did you take money from Reid Hoffman? I'll tell you a personal issue that I'm having against something are on the streets keeping, I guess agents are on the streets keeping America something, a paycheck, because you, all underlined like 4 times, decided to shut down the government. Crazy fucking notes, dude. What the fuck? Jack Smith has 8 subpoenas. He targeted Republican Congress without any legal basis, not something her phone blocks it out. She couldn't remember the line, you're a hypocrite. Like what? You're supposed to be answering questions. You shouldn't have a list of things like, I'm going to do this to clap back at. Like, what the fuck? What is this?
The band a lot of MAGA supporters want to see replace Bad Bunny is Tallahassee's own Creed. Twitter user Amuse posted on Monday, quote, until we can figure out what's going on with the NFL, President Trump should announce via presidential proclamation that Creed will replace Bad Bunny as the halftime entertainment for the 2026 Super Bowl.
First of all, can the president declare by presidential proclamation who is performing at the Super Bowl halftime show?
The president can proclaim, but we have a Gulf of America. Anything's possible now. There's no rules.
I don't want that to happen, okay? But that would make me laugh until I died. That'd be so funny.
Yeah.
You're in your living room with your...
By the way, Trump came out and said that assaults on ICE agents have risen more than 1,000%. Reality says alleged assault of federal officers have increased by 25% on the year. Now, 25% is not great, but you can see how it's up by 20. Even if you didn't talk about them not identifying themselves, the attacks they've made, the threats they've made, the crazy interactions they had where they're like, try it, bitch, you stupid fucking bitch. Even if just they're interacting with more people. How often before did we see ICE agents interacting with people in fucking Chicago or Colorado or like never? So of course, interactions, even physical assaults, are going to be up. But 1,000%? Now, Colorado Public Radio has been cataloging the president's and his staff about how the rhetoric from them against ICE agents since June. And it's went from 413% to 500% to 700% to 830%, and then more than 1,000%. But there is no data that backs up any of this at all.
Your family, and the guy's like, with arms wide open.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Super Bowl, coming to you from Tallahassee, forced upon you by presidential proclamation, playing the one song you know, unasked for, and now forced upon you. It's Creed.
Turning Point has decided to do a pro-Christian, anti-Bad Bunny halftime show. Of course they are, because how else could they make money?
The organization founded by slain right-wing activist Charlie Kirk has announced counter-programming for the Super Bowl halftime show featuring Bad Bunny. Turning Point USA announced what they're calling the All-American halftime show on
He's American. God damn it.
social media, saying the event will focus on, quote, faith, family, and freedom. The announcement drew criticism online for targeting a halftime show featuring Bad Bunny, who is an American. The group has not arranged any entertainment yet, but described their program options as, quote, anything in English and worship. The organization founded by
anything in English. The quote was anything in English and worship songs. Check this shit out. They're not racist.
Can join ICE and be God's appointed avenger, right? Who seeks to
be what?
You literally can join ICE and be God's appointed avenger, right?
God wants you to round up brown people?
Join ICE and be God's appointed avenger, right? Who seeks to carry out God's vengeance on the evildoer. Immigration is evil. So to join the proper...
You guys know Jesus was an immigrant, right?
Mechanism through ICE and to become, in that sense, God's appointed deacon to carry out vengeance on the evildoer who is devout.
To join ICE, to be God's appointed deacon, to take out God's vengeance on the evildoers.
And to become, in that sense, God's appointed deacon to carry out vengeance on the evildoer who is devouring the inheritance of the children.
Devouring the inheritance of the children. Are they just full mask off now? Like it literally sounds like a recruitment poster from the Third Reich.
That is a righteous thing. You can join ICE today and make Jesus smile as you, with a gun, pack foreigners into the back of a van to be kicked out of the country.
This has, it has to be parody, right?
Y'all would have already deported him. You're not avenging your God. You're like spitting in his face.
He's not a real pastor. He didn't finish seminary school. He fled San Diego after facing allegations of sexual assault. His name is Joel Webbin.
If you're a Christian white parent who loves the Lord and loves your children, that you need to have the talk. The talk that we're referencing is the talk that takes your children according to their maturity at the proper time, the appropriate time, and says there are certain parts of town that you cannot go, and there are certain people that you cannot be around. Yep. Right? If there's someone who is black in our church, and they've been in our church, and we know them, and they love the Lord Jesus Christ, great. We're not talking about that person, but we're talking about when you go into a crowd of people. If you go into a crowd of strangers, and they're white strangers, there's some danger. If they're black strangers, there is 30 times more danger. Them's the facts. And it is actually a failure of your parental duty. White parents, please hear me. If you teach your children growing up, if you lie to them and say all people and all races of people in our country are the same. If you're a Christian...
It gets worse. Hold on, I got another one.
Let's say that somebody was coming into our church and they're black.
Incredible. Okay.
Would they...
This is Papa Gut, by the way, who's doing the commentary.
eligible for membership in our church? Yes, they of course they would. They'd be
great. I love it. I don't know why we're having this conversation, but that's fantastic.
Eligible for membership in our church. But would they be permitted to participate in, embody, and practice what I would call black culture generally?
Why would you call it black culture?
In our church.
What is black culture?
You mean like singing really loud?
Absolutely not.
What is he referring to when he says black culture?
Why? Because the things that...
So I'm gonna assume that when he says black culture,
the Joel Webbin guy is he's the leader of a lot of these guys. I don't know if this guy's in it, but I've seen him in videos together. But it's a thing called Right Response Ministries, and they run Covenant Bible Church in Georgetown, Texas.
Culture, he's referring to like probably some kind of like urban gang culture or something. I really have no idea. I mean, that would be the idea that I would have. I just want people to understand something. It's racist to call that black culture. Like, just to be clear, there's a lot of complicated things. You know, there's historical systemic oppression, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to get into the specifics. But if you call it black culture, what you're doing is you're saying that is the average black person. Just say something else. Just call it urban something better, you know? Because the only black culture I would say when it comes to church is just singing loud, you know, having fun.
Clapping.
Good sometimes. Loud is funny. But like black culture, it sounds like you're like, what does he mean by that? You know, it's like, come on, that's a little racist.
The characteristics that mark black culture as a generalization, in the same way Paul's talking about Cretans on Crete, they are evil, murderous, violent, bestial people.
What? Sorry, is what?
They are evil.
This is what Christian nationalism is now.
Murderous, violent, bestial people.
I didn't think he could make it worse.
That's black culture.
Steal, they kill, they destroy, they look like Satan in how they act.
What the f***? Holy shit, this guy's racist.
They are sinful to the core. They have besetting sins that are like fatherlessness, sexual immorality. They molest children at a high rate.
What the f***? Holy shit. Wasn't that I mean, that sounds like pretty typical church behavior, no?
All of any criminal statistic that you could look at, almost pretty much without exception, they excel at them. Black culture.
Dude, this guy is insanely racist. That's not black culture. You could call it gang culture or something like that, or whatever you want to call it. But to assign it to black people is just so fucking stupid, dude. It's so interesting how much people hate. I don't even. What would you call it? Gang culture. They're like, oh, these people are terrible. Meanwhile, how many romanticized versions of Italian gang culture are they? And I know Italians, especially back then, they didn't like to be associated with like the mafia. So it's kind of crazy that like black people are just the new Italians. Which is crazy because Italian hate black people more than any other version of white person, which is weird. You know, maybe it's one of those like, stop looking at me, you know, look at them instead. I don't know. Especially since, like, if we really want to get into it, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, white people built everything. But we built it on the backs of being really good at violence. Just to be clear, we were so good at it. You know, we're and we still are. America's we got the Department of War now, right? We're really good at violence. So it's like, oh, look, there's statistics of black people committing crimes that are disproportionately high. Sure, I would say that has a lot to do with a lot of, you know, aspects of poverty, really, more than anything else. I don't feel like getting into the specific conversation. But like, we were so good at violence that we fucking own the world right now. We're fucking crazy. We're really good at it. So it's so interesting that we're just like assigning it all to everybody else. Like, we point the finger. We're like, oh, what about us? We're a little crazy too. I mean, like, Vikings are people I love Vikings. Vikings are terrible people. They go around and they people. It's terrible, you know. But it's interesting what you're allowed to romanticize and what you're not allowed to romanticize, you know.
So when we make this generalization, one of the purposes of it
is to be racist and express that and make it uncomfortable for black people to go to your church.
One of the points of utility.
You can come here if you're black, but we're going to make you feel like you're a bad person for the color of your skin and compare you to demons. That's what he's saying.
For it is for black people who do not embody that culture to repudiate it.
Black culture, by the way. It's not just like some kind of bad culture. He's calling it black culture. So he's saying that most black people act like that's his argument, not mine. But there are some good ones. That's what he's insinuating.
Hate it, and also for policymakers to make the kind of political movements and in terms of law and order that would like usher in the change over time of that culture.
Like what? What does that look like to you?
One of them would be something like, I tweeted about this.
Great.
The law of Moses in Deuteronomy 21 concerning a rebellious child.
What does that mean? You just spread the water? Spread the water like I spread my wife's cheeks?
if 5 to 6% of black, I think it's something like 5% of black males are murderers.
Yeah, 5% of young Africans are committing the bulk of the murders.
So I don't even know if that's true.
So if you had 100 black men in a room, even just I think specifically, if you had 100 black men in a room, 5 of them would have committed murder.
Wow.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, so I'm looking into it. 5% isn't anywhere close to anything. It seems like 0.02666% of the homicides or of black people, I guess, commit homicides per year. And, that's based off of actual people being homicided. But since most are they're within the same race, it's a reasonable assumption to make that that's the amount of people. So 0.0266% of the black population commits homicide every year, and if you do multiply that by about 80 years, you can come out to that roughly being 2% of the population. But that's assuming that there are literally no repeat offenders, and I imagine that there would typically be more repeat offenders. But even at the best, highest, maximum estimate would be 2% of the population, not 5. I don't know where you got 5 from. It's probably less than 2%, pretty substantially, and that's just assuming that year over year it's the exact same, rather than there being like a particular issue nowadays that has come to a head. Okay, we made up a number. Let's see what we got here.
Quite a few. One, as Matt Walsh pointed out, the actual number of blacks who are committing murder is more
blacks. It's racist, but okay.
Or than
whites.
Yeah, that's true. That's disproportionately higher. Okay.
And whites are significantly greater.
60% compared to 13%
percentage of the population. Yeah.
So if you take that and then you took a law like Deuteronomy 21, which is a just law that God enacted through Moses.
Gotcha.
The law was that if you had a rebellious son, you have a child they're coming up into their manhood and they're rebellious, they don't listen. He lists some characteristics and they won't. Even though they're disciplined, they will not turn. He says the fathers to bring them out into the town square. This is a rebellious son, and then they stone him to death.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm assuming he's saying kill murderers. Okay, I mean, fine, I guess.
They kill him.
And an armed robber would certainly be one of those.
Oh, absolutely. Armed robber, all the ghetto
violent crime.
Ghetto culture there. He's got a little bit better.
Jesus Christ.
It sounds like he's racist, but he's getting there.
Basically, take ghetto culture, it would describe this to a T.
Gotcha.
If you did that over 3 generations, how much violent crime would you have in the 3rd and 4th generation?
By the way, the crazy ICE raid on the apartment building in Chicago, their new defense for that is that the building was disgusting and like a slumlord owned it before ICE even got there. And like that makes it okay to drag everybody out, kick down their fucking doors, zip tie kids in their underwear together, separated from their parents, and set them on the side of the street at 3:00 in the morning for hours while you look for immigrants.
Much less.
Maybe, unless the conditions are the same still to breed that crime, right? So why is there crime disproportionately in black areas? I mean, there is a drug addiction aspect. Historically, we've destroyed, the black stock market, their ability to work. I understand that it's illegal to be racist on paper nowadays, but those things still echo back, and especially where the lower middle class is struggling to exist in the first place. Black people don't have financial mobility. You're seeing fewer job opportunities being taken over by AI and being put into other countries. You have people that do have a dependency on the welfare state rather than a welfare state that probably helps you get off of that dependency. There's a whole conversation to have about some kind of negative income tax. A lot of these areas are poor, and even poor white areas will experience some similar stuff like drug addiction. Who's selling the drugs? Gangs. A lot of it's gang culture that arose from historical systemic racism. And again, you guys don't give a shit about Italian gang culture at all. You really seem to only care about black gang culture. So just because you're killing people doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to eliminate the problem.
What we've done instead is we've actually, with unjust weights and measures, we have wildly penalized whites for even virtuous acts in lawfare.
What does that mean? What?
And we have done everything because
I just want an example.
The liberals have appointed blacks to positions of power.
What's wrong with that?
And they're practicing ethnic and racial in-group preference.
They might be sometimes. I mean, I had a boss. He was a Hispanic guy, and he tended to favor the other Hispanic people. But white people do the same sometimes too. I mean, like, it kind of just is what it is. I'm not really that worried about it, but okay.
The several black women who were involved in releasing DeCarlos, the guy,
It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
in Charlotte.
I think 14
times.
Yeah, something like
Yeah, that is definitely crazy. I mean, he should have been, dealt with.
His younger brother was a murderer in prison. His father was a violent criminal. Okay, so
he was a murderer in prison, so he went to prison for not murdering somebody, and then he murdered somebody. That kind of communicates the state of prisons in America then too, right? I mean, it's a trope that our prison system is like really fucked. Like every prison show is about how fucked up it is and how there's gangs all over the place. You don't think that that's part of the problem, where the government doesn't care enough to figure out how to quell gang issues inside of prisons? You don't think that that's a problem at all? You don't think that like somebody going to jail for a non-murder related crime going into prison and then probably getting, turned into a gang member and then committing murder, you don't think that there's something to that, like a cycle of violence?
There's two sons and a father. If they'd cut that line off back the generation or two before, there's no DeCarlos to slit the throat.
Oh, he's saying if you just killed the dad and then
across all ethnicities, the absence of a father in the house is an indicator of you're more likely to commit a crime later on in life.
Before he was born, then crime would just be gone. I feel like this is incredibly stupid and wouldn't work. This doesn't change like the actual material conditions inside of these areas.
Probably because it's tied to like socioeconomic issues, lack of opportunity, poverty, unstable home environments.
That would breed gang violence.
But what we have instead are, in this case,
no hate, like religious love. Am I right?
Putting a father back in the home doesn't fix those issues. Especially when it's systemic and goes back to decades and decades and decades.
Double whammy of black female judges, politicians.
It's not direct cause and effect.
Who have appointed these sorts of people.
The mayor of Charlotte, for example.
Yeah, this isolated incident is representative of like all black people, by the way. That's what his argument is. We could look at this and say like, hey, this is an issue. We should probably study and figure out how we could do better. But nope, this is just like, oh, well, these black women, they're terrible, but I don't want to say it explicitly. Okay.
The mayor.
The only one that typically always seems to be pretty direct link is poverty.
Of Charlotte, like if you look at who appointed the judge and the judge that released him, it's two black women. Okay.
Crazy.
And what did they do? They said, oh, it's mental health, it's homelessness, it's this, it's that. It's not a criminal tendency of black males that needs to be cut off through the
you'd think that he's so bad at the dog whistle because he doesn't just say criminal tendencies. Like, it's a criminal tendency of black males. It's explicit to black people. Like, that's what he keeps saying over and over and over again. He thinks that biologically speaking, black people are more violent. That's dumb as hell. Again, white people historically have been like the most violent ever. We did a great job taking over the world. W whites, but stop pretending. Holy f***. He's not even dog whistling. He's just saying that black people love committing crime. That's what he's saying.
The wielding of the sword by the civil magistrate.
What he's saying in this video is that what his logic is in this video is that black people are just violent people in general, and so what we need to do is we need to kill the violent ones so that we only have the good ones left. That is what his logic is. He's saying that there is a biological imperative inside of these black people that makes them violent, so we have to get rid of them. And then hopefully we'll be able to breed out the violence. That's what he's saying. He's engaging in like a Darwinist. He's engaging in a Darwinish perspective. Funny enough, he's supporting the concept of evolution here. So it's f***ing crazy. What a f***ing freak.
I think the statistics are probably even skewed. A lot of times, depending on how they take the data, when we're talking about, they pull this data a lot of time from head of household statistics, and if the couple that has the kid together aren't married, they're not counted as head of household in a lot of these studies. But the underlying cause is almost always poverty. Crime happens from poverty. I want to see this next clip. What is this?
What is this?
Skibbity! Thank Jesus you found him. He's the only real friend I have left.
Wow. Why is it sticky?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that, Mr. Belding.
What's this hole in the bottom?
Behold the Skibble. Pussy. Do not look directly into it, Mr. Belding. I warn you.
What the fuck is happening?
To the brain rot multiverse and be stuck forever.
This was such a good video. I thought this was so funny. What's this guy up to? Let me check on some of his most recent videos.
Are you mad? Or frustrated? Well, you should be, because the world lost a good guy.
What the fuck is going on?
What is wrong with everything? The world's so depressing. This is why I didn't do a show last night. The world is just fucking depressing. Here's a good video. This group, who's trying to get the attention of Charlie Kirk,
is
currently.
Point USA.
Not Charlie Kirk. He's no longer with us. Turning Point USA. They do actual Bible music. Okay? Not this fake new age Christian worship. God loves everything. They do actual Bible music. Actual Bible music. Okay? That's what they do. Real Bible music based on real Bible verses. And it's time to get all this soft, weak bullshit, everybody worship together and raise our hands and Jesus loves us, out of here. Okay? We're going to do real Bible music.
Then she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys.
Fill this God-shaped hole.
Whose emissions was like that of Then she lusted after
She lusted after her lovers,
whose genitals were
whose dicks were like
those of donkeys.
those of donkeys.
Fill this God-shaped hole.
Whose emissions was like
And their semen output was like that of a horse. Ezekiel 23:20. I say we have these people do the alternative halftime show, right?
Message is for Turning Point USA, Forrest Frank, or Corey Asbury. We are Tristan and Sage, and we heard that you're putting together a Christian Super Bowl halftime party.
They both probably at some point watched FGTV, but not in a long time.
And we wanted to join along. We only sing Bible-based songs, so consider this our submission. And in my anger, I'll be hostile towards you. I myself will punish you for your sin 7 times over. And you will eat the flesh of your sons, the flesh of your daughters. We're so hungry for you, Lord. Sing it out, and you will eat the flesh of your sons, the flesh of your daughters. Fill us up, just like you can. Anyways, hit us up.
Very good, right? These should be the people doing the alternative halftime show. I wonder if they got, is this a playlist of it? Yes, it is. Here we go.
You know, it really feels like God just wants to cut up the concubines of our hearts.
So that his message is spread to everyone.
When he reached home, he took a knife and cut up his concubine, limb by limb, into 12 parts. Come on, let's sing it out. And he sent them into all of the areas.
lay it on our hearts.
So that his
That's right.
messages spread to everyone.
When shall eat the fruit as put a barley cake after you bake it over dry human. We want to eat shit. Shall eat the fruit as come on, let's sing it out. Give up your son, so that we may eat him. And tomorrow we will eat up my son too. Every voice, so we bore my son, and we ate him.
Now that's worship music, if I've ever seen it.
Come on, let's sing it. The son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He's a glutton and a drunkard.
The son is stubborn, rebellious. He will not listen to our voice. He's rebellious. He's gluttonous.
All the men of the city shall stone him to death.
So all the men of the city shall stone him to death. Their son. No one gives a fuck what you think. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, that's the mules and the donkeys. Oh, the donkeys and the horses.
Yeah, he's such a good father. I will kill her children with death.
I shall kill her children with death.
All the churches shall know. Sing it out. I am he. I am he. I am he. Yeah, he's such a
It makes sense that you would kill her children with death.
pray, go to your room, close the door and pray unto your Father who is unseen. Pray, go to your room.
Pray in privacy.
Then two bears came out.
This is a wild story from the Bible. I know this story. Kids made fun of a guy who is a prophet of God, and God commanded bears from the woods to kill the children. They made fun of him because he was bald. Oh yeah, youth pastor nailed it.
Him all
42 kids.
the cry of our hearts, come on. Then two bears came out of the woods. Him all 42 of the boys. Then
For making fun of a bald guy.
sing out, I will not permit a woman to speak, to have authority over a man. She must be silent.
I agree with this one, to be honest with you. Need more silent women in the world.
Hearts will sing out, I will not permit a woman.
Be a more peaceful place. Women are too hormonal.
And a man sells his daughter
Got it?
as a slave.
As a slave.
She will not go out as the male slaves do.
She's not going to work in the field like the male slaves do.
Follow Sage for the hand motions. When you pray, do not be like the hypocrites.
The dance with it.
To stand up and pray in the house.
That's right. You guys are the worst. You'll be wanting to drive next. That's how it all starts. Anyways, they should be the halftime show. Happy is the one who seizes your children and dashes them against the rocks. Happy is the one who seizes your children and dashes them against the rocks. They're the original Sinfluencers. That's their TikTok name.
We know that it is tradition for Republicans to appeal.
This is actually really good. Don't let him spread his fucking propaganda bullshit, put out the truth, and cut his ass off.
Here on the Sunday shows and just debase themselves for Donald Trump to defend whatever indefensible action or statement he made that week with the most shameless lies you've ever seen. But J.D. Vance, you did not need to embarrass yourself as much as you did today to show off for dear leader. But that's exactly what J.D. Vance did, putting on one of the worst performances I have ever seen. So bad, in fact, that George Stephanopoulos kicked him off air. Yes, while Vance was still yelling, George Stephanopoulos kicked him off air for refusing to answer a question about a scandal that's blowing up this administration. We're going to get into it all. Man, you're going to want to stick around for this one. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, before we can get into JD getting kicked off air, I want to start with the first segment of the day that he did on Meet the Press with Kristen Welker, responding to and breaking with Donald Trump after confronted with this resurfaced clip.
Okay, I do want to turn to the big news here back at home, the ongoing government shutdown. I want to play you a little bit of what President Trump had to say about shutdowns past when Barack Obama was president. Take a look.
If there is a shutdown, I think it would be a tremendously negative mark on the President of the United States.
They're not going to be talking who the head of the House was, the head of the Senate. I really think the pressure is on the President.
If you were president, what would you do?
Well, very simply, you have to get everybody in a room. You have to be a leader. The President has to lead. You have to get the people in a room, and you have to get a deal.
By the way, the Republicans aren't even showing up. The Democrats are showing up to potentially vote. The Republicans are not even showing up. Mike Johnson told them not to come back until the Democrats basically broke. They don't even need to be there.
Mr. Vice President, by President Trump's own calculus, the pressure is on him to get everyone into a room and get a deal, is it not?
Well, Kristen, I wouldn't focus on the political pressure to get a deal. We really don't care what the poll numbers say.
But what about what President Trump said? What about what Mr. Trump said? His own.
Not political pressure. We're not worried about the polls. Right? You're not running for election. The president said that. It's always the president's fault. He's currently the president.
Well, Kristen, the president was talking back then when Barack Obama was president about the political realities. We are focused now on the government realities because we're in power and we're trying to make the American people's government work for the American people, despite the fact that Chuck Schumer and the Democrats have shut down the government.
Yeah.
We have to.
I'm sorry, JD. There's just nothing you can do. I know he's trying to spin it and say, well, the political and the governance, and I'm going to say a bunch of different words that don't mean anything except for the fact that I'm fucked on air right now. Yeah, JD, we understand that you're not a real big fan of the past and words that are on the record, statements with lots of clarity that expose what a liar and a hypocrite you are.
That Trump was America's Hitler.
One that I'd like to keep in mind as JD Vance freaked out all day, attacked the left and our rhetoric, and we're not going to watch those clips because it's just such a big bag of bullshit. But JD, you know that time in which Donald Trump was aptly saying that a president would be responsible for a shutdown as he is now, that was the same time that you were saying that Donald Trump would be America's Hitler, that Donald Trump was a fascist in the making, that he was an opioid for America, things that are more true than ever today. So don't confront us with our rhetoric, JD. Quite literally, you started it, but clearly he doesn't want to finish it because when JD Vance was pressed on the corruption of this administration, he completely folded, tried to squirm his way out of it. He couldn't, and it did not go too well because George Stephanopoulos just kicked him off air.
The White House boarders are Tom Homan was recorded on an FBI surveillance tape in September 2024, accepting $50,000 in cash. Did he keep that money or give it back?
George, you've covered the story ad nauseum. Tom Homan did not take a bribe. It's a ridiculous smear. And
it's on tape.
The reason you guys are going after Tom Homan so aggressive.
Okay, listen. If it's some type of weird setup or fake or they're trying to say he took it, but he really didn't, just show the tape. It's on tape.
is because he's doing the job of enforcing the law. I think it's really preposterous. I know Tom. I think that he's a good man. He gets death threats. He gets attacked. He gets constantly.
None of that has anything to do with him taking $50,000 for personal favors from the president.
Threatened by people because he has the audacity to want to enforce the country's immigration laws. I think that it would be a much more interesting story about why is it that Tom Homan, who is simply enforcing Americans' immigration laws, is getting constantly harassed and threatened to the point of death threats.
Sure, we'll have that right after the tape airs. We'll say, why is he getting death threats?
That's a much more interesting question that I think journalists should focus on. We can agree to disagree on that question.
Oh, wait, you said he didn't take a bribe, but I'm not sure you answered the question. Are you saying that he did not accept the $50,000?
George, this story has been covered ad nauseum. He did not take a bribe. Did he accept $50,000? I'm sure that in the course of Tom Homan's life, he has been paid more than $50,000 for services. The question is...
I'm sure at some point he's probably made, over the course of his life, more than $50,000.
Did he do something illegal? And there's absolutely no evidence that Tom Homan has ever taken a bribe.
Different question.
Illegal,
I'm asking you,
which is why he's working in the administration.
I'm asking you, did he accept the $50,000 that was caught on the surveillance tape? Did he accept that $50,000 or not?
George, I don't know what you're talking about. Did he accept $50,000 for what?
He was recorded on an audio tape in September 2024, an FBI surveillance tape, accepting $50,000 in cash. Did he keep that money?
Accepting $50,000 for doing what, George? I'm not even sure I understand the question. Is it a crime even?
They asked for favors. He promised them contracts tied to immigration.
In the far left media like yourself. So I'm actually not sure what the precise question is. Did he accept $50,000?
The far left media like yourself.
George, I don't know the answer to that question. What I do know is that he didn't violate a crime.
So you don't...
He didn't violate a crime. What I do know is he didn't violate a crime.
What was caught on the tape, you're saying right now you don't know whether or not he kept that money?
I don't know what tape you're referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You are focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit.
Imagine anybody related to Biden or Obama and their administration taking $50,000 on tape and saying, yes, when I'm back in office, I will get you those deals from the president. Anybody. The fucking janitor saying, when Biden's back in office or when Obama's back in office, I'm going to get you those contracts for the paper towels at the White House.
Benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, George, I said that I don't.
Up next, we'll be right back.
We're going to go ahead and clap.
Ooh.
Yep, we're going to clap it up.
Good job.
Masterful performance from George Stephanopoulos. And really, that's the bare minimum. Like, that is what every anchor should do when these MAGA idiots come on air. They decide to lie. They won't answer questions. Just say, no. If you're going to lie, if you're going to feed me all the lines of bullshit, JD, if you're going to try to squirm your way out of this, you're going to say, well, the Democrats and Biden and blah and Hunter and Burisma, and you're just going to throw out a bunch of buzzwords. Say, no, we're done with the bullshit. You can exit the program. Stage left, JD. Go ahead. You're going to keep yelling. Had enough of you. Please get off air. And what's so funny about that clip,
Democracy Forward is suing the Trump administration currently for withholding the recording of Tom Homan accepting cash from undercover FBI agents.
Is that Carolyn Levitt shared it. I don't really think she has a good read for like what's...
It's always either deny or deny something different, right? Did Tom Homan take $50,000 for favors from undercover FBI agents or for contracts, blah, blah, blah. Tom Homan did not commit a crime. Has Tom Homan ever made $50,000 in his life? I'm sure. You're answering the wrong question.
To take down.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm sure he's made $50,000 at some point.
Like, oh man, we crushed that one. JD looks so good. But Carolyn Levitt.
He did not take a bribe. He did not commit a crime.
I want to pull up the tweet. I just want to tell you about it. It was like George Stephanopoulos got so angry with JD Vance that he cut the interview short and he stopped it. And it's like, do you understand that doesn't look good for JD? George Stephanopoulos, a journalist, was not getting an answer to a basic question, so he ended the interview early because the Vice President of the United States is incapable of answering basic questions because he's a liar, a fraud, and the most corrupt chameleon in America.
Basically, 2 FBI agents approached Tom Homan in 2024 and said, we know that you're going to win the Trump administration. We want government contracts. We'll pay you $50,000. He agreed and took the money.
America. Like, this is a ladder climber who only cares about what the next rung up is. J.D. Vance doesn't care about truth. J.D. Vance has no principles or morals that ground him. J.D. Vance will just put on whatever face is best serving of him at that time. So good on George Stephanopoulos. Carolyn Levitt, you're still a moron. We've always understood that. And this is how interviews should be conducted. This is how you need to respond to these Republicans. They are lying. You can say that they are lying. You can call them out on their lies. And we continue to see that as Vance. What a disaster today was for him. Seriously, was asked about Donald Trump making targeted layoffs, people that he claims are Democrats.
Which makes sense because if you look at Holman's financial disclosures, he basically received consulting fees from every prison or prison transport or airline prison transport. All these people that he's giving contracts to and filling the jail cells of and filling the buses and planes and trains of all gave him consulting fees.
And that's apparently the reason why they're getting fired. But yeah, JD got some pushback when he tried to spin his way out of it.
These aren't furloughs. These are notifications of being laid off, of losing their jobs. That's why it's a little different this time. And specifically, when it comes to what's happening within the health sector, CBS did confirm on Saturday that the Trump administration went and rescinded some of the layoffs of hundreds of CDC scientists who were mistakenly laid off on Friday and then told Saturday that's not the case. But some of them were involved with the federal measles response. Some of them were involved with the response on Ebola. How does a mistake like this happen? Did the White House even talk to the CDC?
Well, so two responses to that, Margaret. First of all, I want to assure the American people that the frontline healthcare workers, the people who monitor measles, Ebola, and other infectious diseases, those people are still on the job.
When's the last time you heard the Trump administration say, we messed up? Or Trump in general?
We're trying very hard to figure out how to ensure those people get a paycheck, of course, because we want them to be happy and healthy. We want them to be able to do their jobs well. But the second point, Margaret, is the government shutdown inevitably leads to some chaos. We are figuring out how to take money from some areas and give it to other areas. That chaos is because Schumer and the far left Democrats shut down the government. We have to remember, Margaret, that the vast majority of Republicans, and to their great credit, a number of moderate Democrats have consistently voted to reopen the government. But if Chuck Schumer and the far left Senate Democrats are going to shut down the government, that is going to lead to some chaos. So you ask, how does this mistake happen? It happened because Chuck Schumer shut down the government, and we're trying to make sure that essential services still function in the face of that shutdown.
But that was a White House decision to lay off these individuals. You heard the president talking about that. That wasn't Chuck Schumer's decision. I understand your broader point on the negotiations, but the layoffs came from the president and the White House.
But my point is, Margaret, that we have to do layoffs because we have to preserve necessary resources to do the most critical things that the government does. And in that phase, you're going to have some chaos. You're going to lay off people, frankly, Margaret, that the White House doesn't want to lay off. We would like to.
This is not true. They don't know what they're doing or who they're laying off. The same thing happened when Doge came in. Remember the nuclear scientists they tried to get back and then realized they didn't even have contact information for?
Reopen the government and ensure these essential services stay on. But unfortunately, in an environment where we're dealing with limited resources, where the government is shut down, we've got to move some things around. And in that moving things around, there is some chaos, there is some unpredictability, but we're trying to do everything that we can with the hand of cards that Chuck Schumer and the Democrats have dealt us. That's our solemn promise, and that's our duty to the American people. But there's going to be chaos. That's why we want to open the government. That's why we want the Democrats to accept that the government should be open.
But it is actually quite easy to make a really compelling and authentic argument when the facts are on your side, and they always are for us. So more than anything, we should just be getting out there and talking. I want to see more Democrats in more places just talking, just making news, just bringing attention to whatever issue it is. It does not always just have to be healthcare. It does not just always have to be tariffs. It can certainly always be the Epstein files, but just go out there and talk, make news, point out their lies, and do it together as a unified front. And we have the opportunity to do that coming up quite soon, in fact. And I think you know that I'm talking about No King's Day. It's coming up. It's October 18th. And what I'd say is, I think you know how down in the dumps we have all been. I'm sure you're a little down in the dumps. Go out and spend time with community, with friends, with people who are like-minded in fighting this fascist regime. It will make you feel so much better. If you didn't go to the first one, listen up. Because if you went to the first one, I know you're going to the second one. And hell yeah, I love you for that. Be out with community. Please, we need it so desperately right now. And I'm glad we have this community here. We're going to keep on fighting on the show. If you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. If you stuck around to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. And if you want to see my first episode with The Bulwark, because I am now part of their weekend programming, you can check it out right here.
Awesome.
Keep on fighting. Don't let them silence you. And until next time, I'll see you soon.
All right, let's see what Dr. J clipped for us. Here we go. It's a 5-part series. It's a 6-part series that Dr. J clipped for us. Let's see what we got.
He punched me. He hit me in the ear and knocked me down and then knocked me out.
I'm trying. They're not in order. I'm guessing the unlabeled one is probably part 2.
He just punched my mom. So you have no place to speak on this this right now. I'm not going to sit here.
She's still here. Hey, why are you quiet now? Why are you quiet?
So far, we just heard a MAGA person punched a woman.
Why are you quiet? Why are you quiet? I got that adrenaline. Why are you quiet? Why are you quiet now, bitch?
All right, that's clip 1. So this one is.
Bag, brother. No, fuck your bag.
No, fuck your bag.
Sorry.
You like assaulting women, don't you, Tommy?
Mind the scooter, boys.
Oh, they're saying Tommy. Is it the big fat guy?
They're throwing things at him. They're pushing him.
Okay, so it is that guy in the thing that looks like he's got a saddle blanket on. Now that's him. Right there.
Nothing said him too hard. I'm sorry.
Oh, they call him Tommy 2.0?
What's up? Come on.
I think, oh wait, we might be able to do this. Instead of having to clip on each clip, we can hit watch full video, right? And then we'll jump back to the start. Thank you for grabbing it, Dr. J. This is where we kind of started at when we pulled up on the scooter. Each one of these clicks is 10 seconds. So we're going to back up just a little bit more. And here we go. Can we actually see the punch? Do we see the guy? Hold on. We're probably not going to get the punch. I'm sure she would have clipped that if that was part of it.
Brother. And I topped it with the hot sauce. But totally different areas, if you know what I'm saying. Totally different areas, if you know what I'm saying. And I don't think anyone heard the key drop because it's a it's one of those NFT keys. It's like the electronic key. So it's like plastic with a microchip inside of it.
For them, I'm not here to convince anybody else.
So you can't really freaking hear it when it drops.
Well, I know
I'm going to try to get to a No King something. I'm sure there won't be in my tiny ass little town. Me and another person that I follow on TikTok and they follow me are from the same town. I'm actually really good friends with her husband in high school. We haven't seen each other in years, but I was good friends with him in high school. But I don't think there's enough people in my small town, but I might get to the next town over.
my throat, gang.
Nice hot dog costume. Thanks.
We're looking for the guy that looks like he's wearing a saddle blanket as a coat. It's like an Aztec, like Indian design looking thing.
Oh, there's a fight by Tommy. Let's go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Looks like we're going to the scene now.
What's going on, buddy?
They're fighting.
Oh, again?
Yep.
Portland Andy is who we're watching. All right, here we go. We're on the scene.
He punched me. He hit me in the ear and knocked me down and didn't knock me out. He punched a woman.
Right there is our guy. See him?
Nah, y'all already ran down to get the guy who did.
Up here.
He just punched my mom. So you have no place to speak on this right now. I'm not going to sit here. She's still here.
Hey, why are you quiet now? Why are you quiet?
Yeah, if it would have been like 2020, they'd have laid this fucking guy out. I think it's better for them now. Like, I understand, like, the violence actually did something. It drew attention in 2020. Whether you liked it or not, it made people look at it. It made discussions happen. It made the police come to the table. It made everybody kind of address it, whether you liked it or you hated it or whatever. We were addressing it. By the way, it's him right here on the edge of the screen. Now it's in their best interest to take the punch and point at these people and say, hey, these are the MAGA people. They're causing violence. We didn't do anything. We need the police.
Why are you quiet now, bitch?
Take that stick, motherfucker, out. Do it. Oh, fucking do it. Do it.
You hit your hands on women, you fucking pussy.
You guys are fucking attacking me. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you.
Now's the time to be as peaceful as possible. Yes, use the police, call the police, videotape everything. Whether you agreed with the 2020 stuff or not, it did make a difference. But now that Trump's in the White House and he's more than willing to use overwhelming force, now's the time to be as peaceful as possible and document it. I do think it's wild that MAGA's new thing is, why are they wearing masks if they're not doing anything wrong? But ICE is all wearing masks. Oh, but they might get doxxed and death threats and attacked or... Yeah, the same exact thing is on the other side, right? They might get doxxed. They might get attacked. The president of the United States is literally coming after them.
He's busy right now.
Don't let him get away with that, brother. No, fuck your bag.
No, fuck your bag.
Sorry.
You like assaulting women, don't you, Tommy?
Mind the scooter, boys. They're throwing things at him.
Bye.
They're pushing him. They grab his hat. Mob is going after him. Not even hit him too hard. I'm still hurt.
I don't know if I'd say the mob was going after. I mean, let him run away.
He's jacked up right now.
What's up? Come on.
It's almost like he's trying to instigate, right? He had a chance to jet right there and be gone. You know what I mean?
Swing, bitch.
Nope.
Swing. Come on. Come on.
You only have balls when you hit women.
Everybody needs to calm down for real.
You assault women and then you act like you're the victim.
Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait, please.
Yes. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait.
Don't take the bait.
Don't take the bait. But he stays here till the bait. Yeah. Exactly. That is fair. Don't take the bait.
You're going to stay here till the cops get here to arrest you for assaulting that woman. Don't let her
He's still there agitating. Again, he's had ample opportunity to fucking leave. Not that he's required to, but if he doesn't want to get his ass beat, now would be the time to leave. It's almost like he's trying to elicit a response. Maybe he'll get invited to the White House next.
All you have to do is talk to the cops and let him see the footage of you assaulting another woman, and then you'll be free to go once they book you again. You assault people every night, and every night you get arrested. We're not letting you run away.
Like the first punch.
Keep an eye on that guy. All eyes on that guy.
I know they have the video, but they're not going to send it.
I don't even know if they have to pay for it. I don't think they have to pay like physical cash because they're being paid out in influence and views and followers and invitations to the White House and the media interview. I don't think they have to pay cash for it. The same way I don't think that you have to pay people to protest. There's a reward in itself for some of these people, right? You'll be on the next Tucker Carlson podcast and you'll be at the next Antifa roundtable. You'll have 100,000 fucking followers overnight.
Yeah, you're not going to give us a...
Let's say you're out there doing God's work.
Yeah, don't edit it out either. We want the video in its full fucking entirety, not edited out like you guys normally do.
I got a video too.
Of him assaulting people?
Of you guys trying to jump somebody.
No, bullshit. He does this every night.
He just said, I got a video too, and they said of him assaulting somebody, and they said, no, you guys fucking chased him down and shit.
He assaults people, that's why he gets arrested every night.
That guy with the rock assaulted me and then took off down there somewhere, I think. Well, he's probably going to be back. But we saw him put the rocks in the pocket. Guys got shoved into trash. Where he belongs.
Yeah, I know.
Seems like it.
Okay. Literally, you're fucking going to fucking jail for assault, bitch. I didn't do jack shit to your fucking body.
Still, I mean, is this cause for the military to be there? This is the worst thing I've seen happen. Is this the military needs to step in? Black Hawks and shit?
I know you don't.
Show up your arm and you instigate trying to shoot us and kill us. You're looking for a reason to kill us. That's it. Hey, you're not going anywhere. I just saw you shot me. I didn't touch your fucking body at all. You're fucking going to jail.
No one touched you.
Literally, my shirt's covered in dirt from where you shot me. My hands are bloody. So you're fucking going to jail, piece of shit.
Tonight, bro.
I fucking hit women. They shot me.
I just came here. And see Silky just get fucking shot like legit.
Man, we're so fucking cooked. People are talking about her tits or how fat she is, her voice. No one even gives a fuck. That's what chat's doing.
You should be deal with this, and then you should be
Dr. J also sent this in. I don't know what's going on with her algorithm, but you got to take full credit for this. You built your algorithm brick by fucking brick. I don't know what videos you've locked. I don't know what type of society and groups you're involved in. But Dr. J sent this one and it caught me off guard.
Good morning, wet farters. Hashtag afraid to fart. So this is a wonderful Wednesday wet fart welcome. And that's an interesting start to the day. A wet fart. What a fucking nightmare. Has it ever happened to you that you've been woken in the morning by a wet fart? And you just think, oh, just like I can feel my belly rumbling, I'll just slip one out. And the next thing...
I wasn't involved in this at all.
And you know, if you move, you'll spread it on the bed. So instead, you leap, if you're able. Maybe you're not able anymore to leap. Anyway, fantastic day for me. There was no leaping needed this morning. But what I did do this morning was I did...
Once you send it to me, it's public information, Dr. J. I don't know what to tell you.
Some yoga, because that is what helps me to leap if I ever need to, so I don't leak on the bed. I should do one of those limericks, shouldn't I?
Well, I wasn't going to say anything about her. She's blind.
I'll find one. I'll think up a limerick for you for later. Let me see if I can conjure up some rhyming words. So yes, wet farts are not the nicest thing to be woken by.
I think it was, she's blind. I think it was a pretty bad case of pink eye. I don't know how she got it, but...
Morning or in the night. Now,
conjunctivitis.
Afraid to fart and the fine art of following through is actually based on that experience, because that happened to me for years. Hundreds of times it's happened to me over the years.
Hundreds?
Fart arrives, you release it, and it arrives, it's not alone. It's either a snort with a bit of shot, a bit of snot, or a blart with a bit of blood, or even worse, a shart with a bit of shit. Because that one stinks. The snotty ones don't stink, and the bloody ones don't stink. Well, actually, the bloody ones usually come with the snotty ones. But anyway, too much information. Not really. This is what the book Afraid to Fart is all about, because I was afraid to fart for years. And in the book, I share with you all about what I've done between then and now. And now I can fart freely in the mornings. And there's very, very rarely any follow-through when I fart these days. And if there is, thank God I do yoga, so I can leap out of bed so I don't leak on the sheet, and make it to the bathroom in one...
Too many things rhyme.
Dribbling too far. And yes, that's my Wednesday wet fart welcome for you. If you are struggling with that symptom, it is horrible. My heart goes out to you. If you're struggling with that symptom, you definitely need to get the book. And do you know I'm blind? These eyes don't work. They leak a lot. My bum doesn't leak anymore, but my eyes do. They leak a lot, and it's quite uncomfortable, but it's nowhere near as uncomfortable as it leaking all over the sheet. Leaking all over someone else's sheets. Oh, that's a bit scary. I don't like that. And if you stay in a hotel, although if staying in a hotel's not so bad because it's not somebody's bed in their house.
Yeah, if you're staying in a hotel, you just leave it.
But it's a horrible situation. Anyway, the book's coming along really, really well. We are about 25% to go. So it's taken about 3 weeks so far. So I reckon another week and the editing will be done and you'll be able to download your free copy. And I'm very excited because it's coming out brilliantly. There are so many stories of me. in there. And it's hilarious stories, heartbreaking stories. I've had a life. I've had a 60-year life, 61 now. So there's plenty of stories. There's plenty of tales of how I've managed to stop those bloody snail trails, as I used to call them, emerging unsuspectedly from my arse when you least expect it and when it's the most inconvenient, the most uncomfortable. And actually, the most uncomfortable thing is the belly aches. Do you ever suffer with stomach aches, with stomach cramps, with bloating? It's horrible as well, isn't it? With colics, with constipation aches, with all this stuff when your digestive system is out of whack. It can be a very, very uncomfortable life. It can be a very uncomfortable body to be living in.
Is this an infomercial? What are you selling me?
In order to sort it all out and to find out ways to soothe
or sheets,
heal yourself, the book is going to be your perfect companion. So hopefully this week I'll be able to send you somewhere so you can give me your email address. Don't put it here. I made the mistake during the first few weeks of telling people to send me messages with emails, and they were putting them in the comments. Don't put them in the comments. Don't put your email in the comments. Wait, I will give you a QR code and I will put the web link in my TikTok profile.
What's wrong with you, Dr. J?
I'm hoping it will all be available on afraidtofart.com.
I'm afraid to fart. Should have bought that domain years ago.
That'll be easy then for everybody to access, won't it? So, welcome to Wet Fart Wednesday. That's my wise words for Wet Fart Wednesday.
Well, I'll just leave you with that, chat. Thank you guys for joining us. Don't be afraid to fart, I guess. Everybody poops. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. If you want to support the show, do it at buymeacoffee.com/coldbeer, where you can cash in your 401k and send it directly to me. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's depressing right now. I hope we get some good news or really good news, like the blood clot finally traveled from his fucking calf to something more important. I don't know. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm going to go contemplate jumping off a bridge. Thank you all for joining us. I'll see everybody on the next one. Have a good night. Love you. See you. Bye.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular...
Happy Wet Fart Wednesday, I guess.
The fork and balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the fork and balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go. I think I started some shit.
Good one. Really hit them where it hurts.
You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing.
Fuck the liberals.
Yo, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in them beds, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit.
Where my true believer?
Y'all need Jesus.
Praise the Lord, head to the extreme.
All these
Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, Travis Tritt, Jason Aldean, Aaron Lewis, John Rich, Lee Greenwood, Forgiato Blow. That's the counter protest for the for the Super Bowl show.
Baby eating lizard people, alien sex. What's next? Trump and
Who could have guessed?
A retard in a vest climbing up 5G towers, cause you told him if he did, he'd get fucking superpowers.
I don't know. I just saw that on Twitter. It actually says featuring a guest appearance from the Measles. So maybe it's a joke.
You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet. Here we go, I think
Trump got a new COVID vaccine, so there you go. Safe and effective.
Get lit, get the place in them beds, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
I used to find clues too when I was high on shrooms. I found myself a tunnel that led to Jason Q's bedroom.
Try that in a small town.
Some of us meat rockets. I strapped it to my shoes and then I flew through the roof. I found myself in orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder.
Fuck Charlie Kirk.
Wait. Stop.
He didn't even make a good backstop.
What are you doing? Stop. Fucking stop. Dude, come on. Seriously. This is my mom's an alcoholic. Give me a... Oh, my God. Damn it. Here we go. I think I started some shit. Piss them off. It's about to get lit. Get the place in the best. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go. I think I started some shit. Piss them off. It's about to get lit. Get the place in the best. You know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Round 3. Down goes Nino. Please say it isn't so. Got him back.
That was just a debate rebuttal coming in at 2,700 feet per second.
It's all over. Hands on his shoulders. They ringing his bell. You got frog news that